before starting ketamine therapy, I felt like I was barely surviving most days. My anxiety had been with me since I was a kid, but I didn't even realize that's what it was until much later. It wasn't just nerves or being overwhelmed. It was this all-consuming weight that made everything feel harder. So in 2020, after losing my dad and trying to navigate the chaos of the pandemic and trying to be there for my kids, my husband, my career, my depression hit an all-time low. And I was just exhausted emotionally and physically, and I felt like I was failing at everything I was doing. And the worst part was how much anxiety affected my ability to be present. Even doing simple fun things with my family could be agonizing. The worst part was how my anxiety affected my ability to be present. Simple things like going to a Colts game with my family was agonizing. I spent the entire time on edge, planning my escape, counting down the minutes until I could leave. And I'm sure for my kids, they have even thought I was uninterested in their sports games or family vacations. But the truth was I was putting all of my time and energy into just holding it together. I was not living. I was surviving. I tried everything I thought was normal. I've been on multiple prescriptions, 3 to 4 medications a day just to begin to manage symptoms. Therapy helped to an extent, but I always felt like I wasn't making any real progress, any lasting progress. I've tried meditation and breathing exercises, and those help a lot, but in moments when my anxiety was at its peak, those techniques just weren't enough to pull me out. I felt like I was stuck in a loop, just searching for the next thing that maybe could work or maybe could help. I tried everything. To be honest, I was scared. Ketamine sounded so unconventional, and it's not something you hear as mainstream treatment, and I was worried what people would think if I told them. I had questions like, is this safe? Or what if it makes me feel worse instead of better? And plus, I was so used to managing my symptoms with medication that the idea of trying something completely new was just overwhelming. I wondered if I even deserved to feel better. I know that sounds strange, but when you have lived with anxiety for so long, it really becomes part of your identity, and anxiety became part of my identity. I tried ketamine because I was desperate to feel better, not just for myself, but for my family. I was tired of sitting on the sidelines of my own life, missing out on moments I should have been enjoying with my kids and husband, with my family. When I talked to Dr. D, I could just sense his confidence in this process, and that's what really gave me hope. I figured if I didn't try this, I might never break free of the cycle that I was stuck in. And it wasn't an easy decision to make, but I just kept coming back to what if this could work? So the results have been incredible. They've been life-changing. After my second ketamine treatment, I noticed something that I hadn't felt in years: calm. Dr. D asked me how I was feeling, and I remember telling him weird. But what I meant was I wasn't stuck in fight or flight. I wasn't frozen. I wasn't trembling. I wasn't sick with anxiety. One thing that really stands out to me, and I've told Dr. D this because it was such an amazing opportunity to see the other side of this. But so I was at a Colts game with my family. I had been a football fan for years, going to games for years. But after I hit that rough depression in 2020, I dreaded those games. I spent the entire time controlling my breathing, planning my escape route, and counting the minutes until I could leave. But at our last outing as a family to a Colts game, I was actually the one who wanted to stay and enjoy the game and to be the last one to leave. And I know that might sound small, but for me and in our family, that is monumental. You can imagine wanting to flee public outings with your family is something that is quite a gift to overcome. I never thought that I would ever feel comfortable and at peace again in public settings like that. Another huge win was starting to decrease my medications. I'm still on a journey, but for the first time, I feel like I am not just surviving, I'm living. Some might even say thriving. I'm more present with my kids, enjoying their games, going to concerts without being consumed by anxiety. The things that used to derail my day are now completely manageable. Ketamine has given me my life back, and I am so grateful that I took the leap.
This is Dr. D with Alpha Omega Wellness. And if you'd like to experience the same freedom from depression and anxiety that Tara spoke of, let me just encourage you to do a free consultation with us. Come over to our page, consult.alphaomegawellness.com/info. And from there, you can book your free consultation, because I'd love to just see if this therapy is even an option for you. Do you qualify for it? Would it work? And if so, we do back these infusions with a guarantee, and we just love an opportunity to chat with you and see if we can help.